book review of this, Gandhi's autobiography, who is a world-changing individual if you do not know that. So today I'm sharing with you some of my thoughts and perspectives about Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography. I've listened to parts of the autobiography. I have physically read parts of the book. The autobiography on audio was narrated by somebody whose language English isn't his first language, so it had a great Indian accent. Honestly, I enjoyed that. It connected me to the culture and the experience. It gave it a little more authenticity. If you struggle with accents, that type of audiobook may not be nearly as enjoyable. So, FYI. Now, this book was written as an autobiography by Gandhi himself while he was imprisoned, which happened quite a few times, to share this story with the people he was fighting for. And because of that fact, I felt it was a bit of a dense read. And having it on the audiobook helped, particularly with some of the complexity in the language and some of the concepts. And early on, I needed to do a decent amount of Googling to understand the caste system, which he references quite often. Just an understanding that he was married at age 13 and had his first child at 17. Not something as a Midwesterner I know. So Gandhi, if you did not know, I'm going to do a quick story recap, was a pivotal figure in India's independence movement. His philosophy of nonviolent resistance inspired civil rights movements worldwide. He led India to freedom in 1947, but was tragically assassinated the following year. Yet his teachings on peace, justice, and equality continue to inspire today. Now, let's get into some of the things in the story that I thought we neurodiverse might relate to. And I do talk about this below in my article and blog, if you're on that. If not, you can go over and read more about it. This is just a recap. So what struck me as really interesting is early on, he is not a stellar student. He is immensely quiet. He will avoid conflict at all levels, but his core values of truth and the fight for injustice, those show up right away, which I think a lot of neurodiverse people and individuals can relate to, especially those with ADHD, autism. An intense passion and a singular focus, common traits for that group. After failing his first attempt at college, not uncommon for neurodiverse, Gandhi didn't give up. He recalibrated, set his sights on studying in London, and made it happen. Think about that. Asking for money, taking a boat, dealing with family disapproval. He even had to promise not to eat meat, drink alcohol, or do anything that would dishonor his family. And still, some of them disowned him before he even got on the ship for London. So this is around 1886. It just goes to show that it's okay to take a few tries to find your path. And that his goal was to become a lawyer, and boy, was he determined. He was going to make it happen. He even overcame his extreme shyness by taking a public speaking class, one of his first things he did in college. I really connected with that. So many of my neurodiverse clients face similar challenges, but when you're driven by something, when you're passionate, you will find a way, and I watch it all the time. In London, he also participated in his first peaceful protest with dock workers, and that really sparked that part of him. It makes you wonder why so many leaders and entrepreneurs are neurodiverse. I think it's because they're incredibly passionate about their values and are willing to stand up for those values and for others. I see it time and time again. They make incredible leaders. So, passion and leadership. Gandhi's life was centered on two big goals: freedom from British rule and peace for India. His clear focus allowed him to communicate these goals consistently and for decades. He faced imprisonment, but he never gave up. Like many with ADHD, dyslexia, or autism, Gandhi was relentless. He used his communication skills and peaceful protests and even hunger strikes to keep people engaged and focused on the main goal of freedom. And it proves that shy introverts can be great leaders. Gandhi's example is a powerful reminder that introvertism and shyness don't disqualify you from leadership. He provides a roadmap for others seeking to grow in this area. Overall, reading about Gandhi was inspiring and motivating. He believed in his cause, knowing that his success was tied to the success of his people. If you're not up for a long book, there's a great movie about Gandhi or two that might be more your style. But I highly recommend you learn a little bit more about him in some way. It will be beneficial for you, especially if you're a leader. One trait often seen in neurodiverse individuals is a passionate response to injustice. You can Google that and learn some more about it, but it is common. Gandhi possessed that trait, and he used it to an incredible effect. So here's to those who fight for the underdog and strive to make the world a better place for everyone. Thanks for watching, and have an outstanding and awesome day. I am Joy Gina Schumer, International Neurodiversity Success Coach, speaker, and change maker. Bye now. Please come back to my channel and watch more videos.